بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون.
As viewers must have learned from the Gambia Radio and Television Services, a major historical event took place last week in Janjanbureh Central River region. The island town played host to a two-day National Farmers Conference, the first ever in the history of the country, on the theme Pursuing Dialogue for Efficiency in Farming in the Gambia. The conference was organized by the Ministry of Agriculture in collaboration with the FAO Country Office and other relevant stakeholders under the agriculture and natural resource sector. It was designed to provide platform for farmers who came out massively from every part of the country to dialogue with the government and development partners and among farmers themselves in moving forward Gambian agriculture. The official opening ceremony was presided over by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Honorable Lamin Jabate, on behalf of the Vice President, Dr. Ajay Setunjai Sedi. In his keynote address, the Justice Minister spoke of government's commitment to improving the agricultural sector. He said the conference demonstrates government's willingness to listen to farmers, what their problems are, in order to chart a way forward.
This government has always pursued two clear, overarching goals for this country's prosperity: sustainable human development and the highest living standards possible for the people. A number of strategies have been established and are in various stages of finalization and implementation to achieve these goals. Among them, the Vision 2020, Poverty Reduction Strategies 1 and 2, the Millennium Development Goals, and presently the PAGE, Program for Accelerated Growth and Employment. The importance of the ANR sector in the economy of the Gambia. As a government, we have always placed agriculture at the highest level of the agenda of priorities in national development. This decision was not taken by chance, but by the overwhelming evidence of the role and contributions the sector has been, is, and will be making to the economy and development of the country, especially in the following areas. Housing the largest percentage of people in the country, where 7 out of 10 persons obtain their livelihoods in the sector as farmers, livestock producers, fishermen and fish traders, foresters, traders, producers, and other agri-business agents. Producing over 55% of the supplies of staple foods of the country, cereals and meat, and producing foreign exchange earnings with which we are able to pay for supplementary supplies from external sources. Providing also supplies of commodities needed by high-value markets, such as the tourism and entertainment industries in country, and exports of high-quality products. Providing opportunities for income and employment as producers, farm laborers, processors, marketers, exporters, agri-industries, and agri-businesses. In addition to these trends, government is also aware of and fully recognizes the rich potential the ANR sector possesses to meet urgent, medium, and longer-term demand for accelerated growth of the economy. There is abundant land and high output technologies are available in the country, through which to achieve increased self-reliant sufficiency in the country's staple food commodities. The sector has a diverse production and natural resources base from which to carry out intensive and extensive activities that will generate increased income and employment for farmers and other agents, and more particularly the women, who are in large numbers in the sector and large numbers of employed youths. The livestock industry is underdeveloped and the resources are abundant, cattle and rangelands, through which to invest for production and agro-industries. Fish catches from the country's marine resources are just about percentage of its known stocks, and the River Gambia contains large numbers of fish species which could be developed to meet national demands for food, industry, and exports. Forest resources are underexploited for ecotourism, food, and industry. The sector has a priority in the development agenda of the government. Because of the roles, contributions, tangible strengths, and opportunities of the ANR sector, some of which I have elaborated, government fully recognizes that there will be no meaningful self-reliant economic development of this country without the ANR sector. It was therefore no cosmetic reason that government declared the sector priority for the implementation of the development agenda, which government has been rolling out for this country in the foreseeable future. As you would have realized, all the frameworks government has established in the recent past for economic development have made significant reference to the contributions the ANR sector will make in achieving their objectives and targets. Performance of the ANR sector. Government has been monitoring the application of the emphasis on the sector in its priority development agenda and found mixed results. In the past few years, the sector had actually made some gains, although modest, in both production and productivity, especially in staple food commodities, and more particularly cereals. Production of millet, sorghum, and maize have increased by 32%. Even rice, which is now a major commodity in our national food basket, has shown an increase from 56% to 74%, although that too is far behind what is actually needed in the country. Groundnuts are beginning to show some recovery to past levels, but still far behind desired performance. Fish catch is also increasing and becoming an attractive source for foreign exchange earnings, an opportunity being exploited by women. Our horticulture products are still receiving high interest in external markets, and there is clear evidence that locally produced horticultural fish and meat products are increasingly being used by local high-value markets of the tourism and entertainment industry. Challenges of the ANR sector. While government is extremely happy at these developments, we are equally concerned at the real food security situation in the country, and by default, the performance of the ANR sector, which is the custodian of this great national priority and goal. Over 80% of households in the country cannot secure food supplies for 12 months of the year. At best, their stocks last for 6 months, on average 2 to 3 months, and that is when the weather is not misbehaving. During the last production season of 2011-2012, implement negative weather created impromptu drought conditions in many parts of the country, resulting in very serious crop failures to the extent that only about 20% of normal harvests were realized. Over 600,000 rural households and over 190 persons in urban areas were directly affected by these shortfalls. The situation clearly showed that farmers are not capable of meeting household food demands or handling occurrences of disasters from negative weather conditions or from market failures. Poverty appears to be moving back to higher digits after the gains the country made a few years back to reduce the numbers of lower than 53% of the population. The concern here is that the greatest percentage of the poor are in the rural areas, which are agricultural, and that means the farmers. This also is a function of the efficiency of the producers and performance of the ANR sector as a whole. The prevailing situation raises